Welcome to the all-new Advanced Baits and Traps script by Goat's World. Players will be able to place down bait to attract various animals, including legendaries, and use various traps and tools to attract birds and fish. Let's start off by checking out the bait. You can create as many baits to attract unlimited animals. Just use the item from the inventory to place it on the ground. Once the bait is placed, flee the area so you don't spook the animal. Once the animal has spawned, there is a chance it runs or walks to the bait. Now let's say you place the bait and you don't clear the area. The animal will get spooked and run away. Now let's take a look at traps. You can create unlimited amount of traps with different durability rates and animal sizes. Use the trap from the inventory to place it on the ground. Once placed, there are two options: add bait or pick up. Let's add some bait. Only bait compatible with the trap placed down will be shown inside of the menu. Again, you can create as many baits for different animal combinations as you'd like. Same scenario as before, clear the area to not spook the animal. Once spawned, and the animal gets close enough to the trap, it will be instantly killed and the trap will need to be removed from the animal. Once removed, the animal can be interacted with by your hunting script of choice. The trap will go back into your inventory. However, the item does have durability, so be sure to keep an eye on it as you use it. There are also small animal traps that can be configured for small baits. This works exactly as before, except this time, only small baits will be displayed inside of the menu. Here is an example of what the config file looks like when creating a bait. Pause if need be, but as you can see, there are plenty of options available to make each bait truly unique and have price value inside of the economy. The animal will get trapped inside of the cage as long as you don't scare it away. Shoot the animal, then pick up the trap to interact with it. Each trap can also have its own prop. When picking up any trap, there is also a break chance that can be set for each. This is completely different from the item durability, bringing more item value. Now, let's take a look at fishing nets. You can create unlimited amount of nets with its own prop, durability, break chance, and max bait. Use the net from the inventory to place it down, but be sure you are near water. Same as before, there are two options: add bait or pick up. When adding bait, only the fish bait is displayed inside of the menu along with the max load for each. Select the amount of bait to load into the net. The amount that can be loaded is displayed by default. Once bait is loaded, a new option for bait info becomes available. This will display the current bait, amount, and max bait inside of the fish net. Now we need to wait for fish to be baited to the net. All times are configurable for each bait. Now, another new option for collect fish becomes available. This will remove the baited fish from the net into the player's inventory. Fish will continue to be attracted to the net as long as there is bait loaded. If there is bait already loaded into the net, players can still add more of the same bait to keep the fishing going. Now let's take a look at the final way of baiting animals, bird feeders. You can create as many as you want, same as before. In order to place a bird feeder, you can optionally require a shovel item. Once the player has the shovel, if required, use the bird feeder to place it down. Same as fishing nets, players can add bait, then continue to add bait until they are finished hunting. Birds will be attracted to the feeder as long as there is bait in it. Here is an example of the config file for birds. It's a bit different than the others as you can choose how many of each bird will spawn in at a time, allowing 4 more challenges for the player. As before, as long as there is bait in the bird feeder, birds will continue to spawn. Create as many feeders and baits as you'd like inside of the config file. We hope you enjoyed the video. Get the script today from our TebX shop. Don't forget to join our Discord for the latest scripts, updates, and more.